Alright guys, and I am here with the Fire King deck. Yes, I know this is kind of fast for me doing deck profile, but I'm bored with this deck. I'm sorry guys, I'm seriously bored with this deck. If you guys really wanted me to do it more, just send me I guess either inbox or comment on it saying that you want more of it. If you want more of it, I'll do more of it. But as of right now, I'm sorry, I'm very bored with it. It's so repetitive. I go Garunix 2, Garunix 2, Garunix 2, and it just gets boring. Like, I'm sorry, it gets really boring. It's too repetitive. But I will start off basically by saying why all the cards are in here. And first on the list, we have Kirin. Now, Kirin is mainly if I have Call the Haunted or to get rid of my dead draws, which would be Sacred Phoenix, Garunix, which even with Yaksha, I still don't completely want to draw into these guys. And also, if I have Kirin, and let's say you destroy Kirin, I can send away Garunix. You Heavy Storm or MST, my Call the Haunted, I can activate it, bring back Garunix, and start all the nice little fun. So I keep it at 3 just because, once again, I love consistency. And this is a card I do sometimes want to top deck. Then we have Yaksha. Yaksha is that guy. Like, he's the one that turned this deck from tier nothingness to it can be messed with. Like, Yaksha opens up so much, it's not even funny. And it's mainly just because I get to pop a card on my hand or field. So if I drew into that Garunix and I really didn't want him, well, guess what? Now I have Yaksha, so I can just pop him out of my hand and let's start this all up. So that's why Yaksha. Fire King Bear. Fire Fist Bear. He is strictly just so I can search for my Tinkies and to throw a chair. There is no other reason for him. Flying Field Fire Dog. Just so I can attack and special summon my Barong or my Yaksha. And that's just pretty much it. Barong. He is my favorite card in the Fire King deck. And I'm kind of mad he's only 75 cents. But whatever, he's my favorite card in the Fire King deck because he opens up more plays than Yaksha does. Like Yaksha, he's opened up the Garunixes and Barong, but Barong himself, he's that king searcher for the circles and the onslaughts. Goka, mainly just like, let's say I have a Yaksha on the field or a Barong on the field, I can special that Goka, destroy him, and get a plus out of it, plus the plus that I have from Goka being on the field. He's a 22 beater during the standby phase. I get to have a token that I can sacrifice, well, tribute, in order to pump him up to 27. So that's not bad at all, sir. One Sacred Phoenix, and I'm going to tell you why. Decks nowadays don't run back row. Your top competitive decks don't run back row. Why? Because they have spells and monster effects that does what normally their back row would do. So that's why it's only one Sacred Phoenix. Garunix, 2 Garunixes. Now the reason why only 2 Garunix is because of the fact that 1, I don't like to draw into them. 2, 3 is cloggy. 3, Garunix doesn't need 3 Garunixes. 2 Garunixes, if you misplay with 2 Garunixes and you really feel like you need 3, that's a personal suggestion. That's a personal feeling if you want 3. I don't feel like you need 3. Maybe if you're running trade-in, you can run 3, but if you're not running trade-in, then there's no reason. Onslaught. Oops, gotta move that over here. Alright, so actually Circle. Circle, because it's a quick play, it pluses in so many different ways. For instance, Garunix attack you directly, Circle, destroy the Garunix, bring back the Barong, attack you for 18. That's a lot of damage just from Circle, and it destroys your monster and it special summons the monster from the graveyard. So that is just wonderful. Like I love it. Onslaught. Onslaught of the Fire Kings is basically just that one-up thing. Like, hey, I see you have a monster on the field and I don't. Well, guess what? Onslaught. So it's a cheap card, and I don't mean in price. I mean in actual thing. It's a cheap card. Like they really gave Fire Kings a lot of support. Like, even before Yaksha, they gave Fire Kings a lot of support. And I like the deck overall. It's too repetitive, and that's the only reason. Monster Reborn for obvious reason. Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 3 MSTs. That's very, what you want to call it, suggestionable. Like, if you don't want it, you don't have to have it. Tinkies to search for everything except for Flamefield Fire Dog. He's the only one I can't search with. 2 Torrentos because I plus off destroying my own monsters. And 3 Kaldahanis so I can bring back all these wonderful monsters. Well, that was the deck profile for the Fire Kings. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm sorry that it's short, but it's a very self-explanatory deck, and it doesn't require much thought at all. If you are just starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh!, I suggest this deck. I give this deck a very big suggestion. Now, one thing that I'm going to do for all the deck profiles, I'm going to give you my 1 out of 10 stars. Of course, 1 being the lowest or 10 being the highest. And I give this deck a 7. The reason why I give this deck a 7 is because it's very good. It's not prone to Valor. It's not prone to a lot of cards that can throw you off. It is prone to Soul Drain, though. Skill Drain, it hurts a little bit, but not that bad. Mind Drain, only the Gokas. And most people don't even know you run Gokas, so that's it. And the reason why it does get higher than 7 is because 1 card, I repeat, 1 card screws over this whole deck, and that's Ophion. And if your deck can get screwed over by 1 card, then you're not valuable to be up to 10 to 10. I'm sorry, you just not. But anyway, that was this deck profile, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching Jay Play.